Hey everyone, we're back here today. It's Wednesday, June 18th. On this beautiful day, I'm getting ready to go for a run. But before I get to that portion of the video, I just wanted to share a little something on this little video log of mine. This would be week 3, technically, of me starting my exercise routine and trying to do as much as possible and keeping my heart rate within a specific point. Luna! Sorry, I'm letting my dog kind of run around. She's going to be my running partner today. So today's week 3, or this week is week 3, and so I decided to finally break down and get on the scale this morning. It wasn't my intention to get on the scale, but what prompted me to do that was that I was walking through the house, kind of picking things up this morning, and I walked by a mirror, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw something was different. So I looked again, and normally, just wearing my regular shirts, there's a little pooch in my belly that you can see kind of above the waistline of your pants. As many of you bigger people will understand, when you wear pants in the same spot every day, you've got a little pooch above the waistband, a little pooch below the waistband. Well, my above the waistband pooch looked smaller today, and almost like it wasn't there, and which was strange for me because normally it kind of sticks out a little further than my chest sometimes, depending on the shirt that I'm wearing. So it was like, out of the corner of my eye, I was like, whoa, that's different. Maybe I should get on the scale and see what happens. So I got on the scale this morning, and I lost a pound. So I'm down to 265.9. So it may not sound like a lot, but what you'll notice at the beginning of starting an exercise routine is that you will lose weight initially. That's going to be the water weight that you were holding, and then you might even gain a pound or two after that because of the muscle that you're gaining, and then you'll start to see more weight loss as the muscle starts to replace the fat. And as I've said before, muscle weighs more than fat. So that's why I tell you, don't get on that scale in the first couple of weeks, because you're just going to get discouraged because you're going to see it either go up or stay the same. We live in a world of instant gratification, and sometimes we get it into our mind that we go for one run and we should have lost 5 pounds. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. There's no magic pill. There's no magic run that's going to make you lose all that weight. We gained it really easy, but it's going to be hella hard to get rid of it. So that's what we're doing. We're working hard, and we're going to see the results. I already am. And I wasn't expecting it, to be honest with you. I was just doing it because I had more energy. I feel today that I have more energy. I've been doing more around the house today. I wanted to get out here and run. Yesterday I didn't do anything because it was storming like crazy all day. Didn't have any breaks. So I just had a family day basically. And so yeah, I noticed the difference in the way my clothes were fitting. And it has nothing to do with the scale. It's how my clothes fit. So I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the muscle is replacing the fat in my body. And even though the scale doesn't reflect a massive weight loss, it's visibly changing the way my body looks. And that's what I mostly wanted, was for my clothes to fit better, to be looser, to see the results, to physically see the results and not just a number on a scale. So if we think about how the body is biologically, it has not caught up to modern day times, and it probably never will. So what I mean by that is that we currently live in a society, being that we're a first world country, where food is readily available. You won't see very many obese people in third world countries because food is so scarce, right? So we have supermarkets, we have fast food chains, we have all of these things where you can get food so easily at the drop of a hat. You don't have to work for it. But our bodies are still biologically inclined to want to go out and hunt and gather and be ready at a moment's notice to run for your life. So we still have that fight or flight response in our cells, even though we don't have to use it these days. We don't have to go and search for our food. We don't have to hunt. We don't have to find the right berries to pick to harvest for winter. We don't have to do all of that, and all of that takes energy. It takes calories. It takes time. And so our cells are biologically inclined to hold on to every single thing that we eat, because it sees it as energy, as something that needs to be stored in the event that we have to fight our way out of a situation, or if we have to flight or run out of a situation to save ourselves. So the cells will hold on to everything that it gets in its body, so that whenever it comes to that time, the adrenaline surges, it uses that energy to allow you to fight or flight. And we don't use that function anymore because food is so readily available. So you eat and you eat, and you don't have to hunt for anything, you don't have to gather for anything, you just eat and eat and eat. And all the body's cells know is to hold on to it. Even though you don't use it, you don't need it, the body holds it. And that's where the weight gain comes from, because you're not using it. So when you start changing what you're doing, when you're no longer sitting on the couch, when you're no longer sedentary, sitting at a desk all day and not doing anything else, your body fights you to hold on to it more so than back then. Because all your cells know, it doesn't know that you're trying to lose weight. All your cells know is that all of a sudden you have increased your heart rate, you've increased your activity, so it thinks that you are in a fight or flight mode. So instead of releasing it, it's going to hold on to it for everything that it's got, because it's afraid that you are in a situation where you're not going to have resources very soon. So it's going to try and hold on to everything to make sure that you survive whatever event is happening to you at this moment. And so that is what we're battling against right now at this very early stages of beginning an exercise regimen, is trying to get your body and your cells to understand that it is okay to release that energy and get rid of it, because food is still coming in. And so I really haven't changed the way I eat. I'm not on a diet. I'm not excessively changing anything. I'm being more mindful of how I eat. Just in that, do I really need that second helping? Do I really need that extra soda today? Just those kinds of things. But I have not changed the way I eat very much. I still eat the way I usually do, but that is where all those people are like, you really should be on a diet, you really should be mindful of what you eat, you should eat more salads, and yada yada yada. And I cannot do that the way that my brain works. It immediately thinks diet, and I do 2 days on a diet and I binge eat everything that is wrong for you. So I am not thinking about a diet whatsoever. I'm thinking about being more mindful of what I put into my body. Maybe eating an extra banana, an extra apple, an extra side of spinach, or something that would be deemed quote unquote healthy. But I'm not changing anything, because I don't want, because I know myself, I know my body. You know your body. Know what has worked for you in the past. Know what doesn't work for you in the past. And thinking of the word diet does not work for me. It immediately puts me backwards. And so I am only focused on one thing at a time. And so I see the results. I currently see the results at 3 weeks. This is week 3 of me. I've only been working out for 2 weeks now, and I already physically see a difference, and I feel a difference. I feel more energized. I did so much work, housework around the house, just cleaning this morning, and it is only 2:30 p.m. and I'm ready to go for a run. I have that much energy. Normally I don't have that much energy, and so I'm excited to get out there. I just wanted to share that with you. Do not get discouraged, even if you did get on the scale and you see either you're maintaining, or maybe you've gained a little bit, maybe you've lost a little bit. It doesn't matter. Just keep doing it. You will see the results. I'm living proof of that. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to get on the scale anymore this week. Maybe I'll go again next week just to see what happens. But like I said, I had no intention of getting on that scale today. I saw a difference out of the corner of my eye, and I wanted to see if there was a number attached to it. But I see the difference, and that's what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to go start this run. I got my little running partner with me today, and we'll see how it goes. Hey, halfway there. Still going. Haven't stopped yet. My little running partner is just walking, but we're having a great time. Okay, so we just hit a mile. It was just under 18 minutes, but that's fine. You know, every time you run somewhere new, GPS might be a little off. No big deal. At least you're getting out there and doing it. Plus, I had to battle my running partner here. She's a little skittish sometimes, so I'm trying to get her out as much as possible. Kind of get her more comfortable being out amongst people. So battling her a little bit, but that's totally fine. But point is, we finished our mile, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. I know it sounds like I'm out of breath, but so I'm gonna catch my breath here for a minute, and then I'm gonna keep going, because I feel like it. My legs burn a little bit, but I kind of want to see how far I can get. So I'll let you know what we end up with at the end. Hey, so we just finished 1.5 miles today in like 27 minutes, 53 seconds, which I did 1.5 miles. Woo! I haven't done that in a very long time. So the last quarter mile was definitely in the anaerobic zone. My heart rate was definitely above 160 in that one, but I wanted to keep going. I wanted to see how far I could get, even if my heart rate was spiking. So I did it. Did 1.5 miles. I'm a little winded, but not as bad as I thought I would. No side cramps, so that's awesome. I think that has a lot to do with how much water I've been drinking. I've been really trying to get my daily water ounce allotment that I'm supposed to do, which is half your body weight in ounces. So I've been doing pretty good with that. And so my body is definitely well hydrated to be able to keep going on things like this. So super happy with my progress today. Even though my mile was slower than it has been this past week, I didn't stop. I take that back. I stopped at 0.9 miles because my heart rate spiked, but I knew I was going to keep going. So I allowed myself to walk and catch my breath so that I could keep going. So, but other than that, I kept going the whole time. Even though my mile was slower, I still stayed within my heart rate zone that I wanted to, and I was able to keep going farther. And I spent nearly 30 minutes in cardio exercise. I never in a million years thought that I would be able to do that and not fall over dying. So, I mean, remember my first episode, I had a 19-minute mile. Ugh. So, the fact that I got 18 minutes and went for another half mile, super happy with that. So, let's just keep going, get off the couch, get out there and do something. Running, biking, swimming, walking your dog. See, I ran for me, but she got a good walk in, so super happy with that. So just get out there and do it. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, so I finished my run. I had a chance to sit down, stretch. Make sure you stretch. It's very important. I had some water, cooled off a little bit. And one thing I was neglecting last week was doing a little bit of free weights or body weight workout or anything to kind of help build some more muscles in other areas that aren't being used when running or biking or anything like that. So those use a lot of leg muscles. And I have a lot of lower back issues, and a lot of that comes from not having any core muscles. And I've had 2 kids over the last 3 years, so my muscles are really stretched out. I never did anything to kind of help rebuild some of that muscle that got broken down and stretched. So I'm gonna do some ab workouts, some upper arm workout, some shoulder strengthening. So we build a lot of muscle in our leg when I run. So now I'm going to work on the upper half of my body. And again, I'm not going to go to extreme muscle failure so that I'm extremely sore tomorrow. I'm just going to go to muscle fatigue. So I'll probably do only 2 sets of everything that I decide. I'm going to do like 3 workouts for each body group. And then I will feel that my muscles are fatigued and I'm going to stop there. I know that I'll get a good workout then and not be completely debilitated for tomorrow. So I'm going to do that. You go do you. Remember, do it for yourself, not for anybody else. And I'll see you next time. Bye.